The purpose of this tutorial will be to demonstrate how a classroom teacher can secure high academic content material to use in a fluency program with students in the classroom. One of the best sites for this is maintained by the library at the University of Pennsylvania. It's called the Online Books page, and it has a rather lengthy web address, so whenever I need to go there, I simply type in Online Books page in a Google search, and it will take me right to the link, which will take me to the site. As you can see, there is a number of ways in which material is indexed on this site. I tend to go to authors and titles, and if you go to authors here, the author that I chose to use with my freshman was Jack London, and you can call him up and see that quite a bit of his material is housed at various sites that are linked to the online book site at the University of Pennsylvania. The work that I chose to use with my freshman is the novel White Fang, and if you click on it, you'll see the novel comes up in a series of chapters that are in 5 parts of the novel. If you click on the first chapter, which is chapter 1, The Trail of the Meat, this chapter is about 3,000 words long. You can grab all of the text, simply go up to the Edit menu and hit Copy, open up a Word document, and simply paste in that content. This is all legal because the work is no longer under copyright. Anything published before 1923 is in the public domain. And so once you have this chapter, you can move through it and chunk it out for students to read. I wouldn't have them read the whole chapter, it's about 3,000 words long, but you can have them read it in 3 or 4 segments. I tried to keep the reading chunks down to about 600 to 1,000 words for freshmen, and then maybe a little bit bigger for sophomores, but gradually over the course of the novel you have them read larger and larger chunks as their fluency increases, and you might get up to 1,500 to 3,000 word segments toward the end of the novel. So what I do after I get these chapters is put them up on my website. The website that I used was readfirst.net. A bit of material here, but I also have all the chapters for the freshmen from the novel White Fang by Jack London, and it's under fluency, all the chapters in the 5 parts. And further down, for the sophomores, I used a much more challenging novel, The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. This novel was far more complex in nature and a bit more of a challenge in reading level, but I felt that students who were in the program for 2 years would be ready for that higher challenge their second year. So if you open up Part 1, Chapter 1 on my website, you'll see that as the students begin reading, there is a bolded section that says stop reading here, record your time. This section has 792 words. Converted to the base 60 yields a factor of 47,250. Now the students will stop here and immediately record their time in minutes and seconds, switch immediately over to their silent reading text and read for the remainder of the silent reading period. When that reading period is over, they'll come back here, pick up that time, use a conversion table to convert the minutes and seconds into total seconds. And if you take this figure of 47,250 and divide it by the total seconds, it yields the words per minute that student took to read that particular section. And as you can see, as the students read further down, the next time we would do this, there would be another section that would say stop reading here, record your time, 793 words. So you can see that you can easily link this to a silent reading program where the daily silent reading begins with a fluency check. The students roll right into reading their own book, come back at the end of that, figure their reading rate, record that on a reading log, and then just track their fluency over the course of the semester or the year. So this is how you can get highly academic content material that's in the public domain, free for your use, and turn it into a fluency program for your secondary students.